I feel like a broken record, but we got to stick to the process. We got to evaluate things fairly here. And whenever a player changes in value, you got to kick the tires. You got to start kicking your league mates in the shins and just keep kicking them until they fall over. And even when news hits, don't wait for the video to drop. Don't wait for the analysis. Go ahead and start doing it. Try and catch the value off the reaction. And last night, things got crazy over David Montgomery and DeAndre Swift. I just sat there and watched the timeline burn just to get a good feeling of what the market is doing. And DeAndre Swift was getting burned alive last night on the Twitters, and he was valued pretty high still. His values came down over the last 6 months to a year and a half or so, but now it's going to be all over the place from league to league until we get a lot of trades going on, until we get a lot of ADP from a bunch of different sites. His value is going to be all over the place. He's been memed up all over the internet. And David Montgomery's walking in to Detroit. Jamal Williams is gone. He's leaving a 27% opportunity share, and that's probably going to basically go to David Montgomery mostly. Remember, DeAndre Swift has been injured a lot throughout his career. Same with David Montgomery. They now have two injury-riddled running backs here that might take turns sitting the pine, nursing injuries if history just keeps repeating itself, which it might. It might. Over the last few years, we've seen this with both these two running backs. So that's something you want to note here. DeAndre Swift had a 15% target share last year. You want running backs who catch the ball out of the backfield. You want explosive running backs. That's what he is. He had 4 RB1 weeks last year, 3 RB2 weeks last year, and like 30% of his snaps, he was playing with an injury, trying to get by to the next week. He also had a 19% opportunity share while sharing with Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams is a damn good running back. He's a good running back that can command touches for damn near every team in the NFL. He is a good running back. He's very stout. A lot of NFL teams would love to have him on their team. And now they got David Montgomery. Not bad. You know what? There's been some downsides to his game, but not bad. His last 1,000-yard season was in 2020 and posted 2 800-yard seasons back-to-back after that. Has 3.9 yards per carry on his career so far. Has 155 catches on his career, though. He has been used in the passing game, so he does give the team more layers in the offense. You can use him in the passing game. You can run him between the tackles, but I see both backs getting used, and there's a chance that DeAndre Swift does get dealt. After all, he's going to be a free agent in 2024. He's definitely gone in 2024. There's no way he's not going to greener pastures. I mean, he might resign. That could happen, but no way they're bringing back 2 running backs. They're probably going to let him go, let him test the market. Or if they're smart, they try to get some compensation now, get some picks now or something, see what they can do, just so they can have something on the comeback and refill that void with the draft this year since it's cheaper. Maybe if they can get it to happen, the running back landscape is very weird right now, so it might not be possible, but that's something you may want to kick the tires at Detroit Lions, just seeing what happens. We always talk about kicking tires on this channel, but again, he's free agent in 2024. Where is he going to go? What's going to happen here? Is a running back that can be used in the passing game. He'll be 25 then. He's 24 now, so it's going to be highly interesting. Right now, though, when we gauge the market, we're guessing there's going to be a big dip here for DeAndre Swift. So that's a buying opportunity if you want him. If you've been a guy that's been wanting him, but he's been too expensive, now it's time to get discount DeAndre Swift. And I'm not saying he's going to break out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's probably in line for about 15% target share. So if he plays healthy, he's going to give you some production. Probably will have about a 19 to 20% opportunity share. Should be very comparable to what he had last year, honestly. Maybe dialed back a little bit more, but you never know. David Montgomery's not been exactly clean bill of health either, so that's something you want to gauge in there. And David Montgomery, I don't expect him to jump up the markets either. People are going to start looking at him with Swift, and he's going to be a discount. I think both these guys are going to be good discounts to get. I think David Montgomery will get some volume. I think DeAndre Swift is going to be a discount compared to where he was at. He's going to come down a bit, and I think in some leagues he's going to come down a lot. Just from what we've seen some big-name Twitter accounts really trying to push him down with the analysis here. So we're going to see people react off that. You should have kicked the tires yesterday, last night, right before bed. You should have been laying in your bed last night trying to get DeAndre Swift at a discount if you wanted him, because now those managers are probably realizing that there could be greener pastures, he could get traded, there's next year, and all that stuff. There was a chance you could have landed him off that buying opportunity. It's probably still there for some folks. It's probably still there, but always kick the tires, see where it's at. If you're not interested, it's okay. I don't really see him as a sell or anything like that, but if you want to get out while the getting's good, maybe get back into the draft, maybe. Price point wise, me guessing here, when things start to tear off at the running back position where you are not interested as much anymore, that's probably when you want to go after DeAndre Swift. And that's going to be based off tiers, not off draft range in your rookie draft. So theoretically, that's somewhere between the middle, late to early part of that second round. That's when you're going to find that value to shoot on. He's not going to be worth multiple first-round picks anymore. He's not going to be worth like a mid-first, because we got some good running backs in that range and good wide receivers who are going to have some draft capital. So there's going to be this sweet spot somewhere in that first round. It could even jump back a little farther depending on your league, because everything's ambiguous right now. You really going to have to kick the tires and figure this out. But when those running backs really tear off in your rookie draft, and you're probably going to have to guess it right now, today to figure that out, and I'm guessing somewhere 108-ish, 109-ish, 110-ish, somewhere in there, that's probably going to be the sweet spots to get the deal done, because 105 feels too rich considering what's on the board. The 101's definitely too rich. The 102's definitely too rich. And you kind of get a feel for that. Somewhere in that back part of that first round, early part of that somewhere around there, and also gauging your league. It would have been a little cheaper, a little bit more liquid last night as people were talking him up, as people were getting their feelings hurt over the deal. But this looks like a buying opportunity. He's a young running back who can still catch balls out of the backfield and is very explosive, which is something you want. Now the price is down, and you want that cheap price. And if he does bottom out on you, no big deal. I don't see him doing that because he hasn't yet. He just hasn't been healthy. He has been able to produce. He gave you some production. Now the production is just going to match the value more. And now you're going to get that more at an appropriate price. You're getting a running back here that's very explosive, catches the ball in the backfield, and has a chance to land in a different offense next year. If that happens, and that could be in 2024, that could be tomorrow. So that's something you want to look into. But look at the price, see if you can catch it cheap, because DeAndre Swift here is coming at a value. David Montgomery, probably similar value here. He's going to rise up to where he's at. I feel like he's just going to hover to where he was at last year with Chicago. I feel like he's going to get that Jamal Williams opportunity share, going to get goal line looks, probably a little bit more usage in the passing game. Williams last year had a 5% target share. Look for him to push like 10. I think his reception share, his target share is going to be capped up due to Swift, unless something happens to Swift. Swift's going to get a bulk of that work in the passing game, because why not? You're going to have him out in the flat. You're going to have him out running routes. You're going to use that explosiveness. You're going to use him in those passing situations where you can get him out in space. So these guys are going to feed off each other, especially when they start getting hurt. One of them's probably going to get hurt this year. That's the thing. You're playing roulette with these two running backs. That's why you just want to get them at a discount, both of them. David Montgomery's price went up a little ways, but I think it's just going to tread water a bit, where DeAndre Swift is tanking quite a bit, kind of looking like a bad stock portfolio where you can take advantage of and hit the market while there's blood in the streets, and that's when you want to get these running backs. Young running backs, you're explosive, who still have some years left. Those are the ones you want to go after. Also, you want to go after running backs who are on the cheap. You don't want to pay up for them, because no running back is safe right now in the NFL. Only a few like Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, and a few of the other guys, Christian McCaffrey, but it's very few. So get your running backs cheap. That is the best advice I'm going to give you right now. Get your running backs cheap. I want to hear your comments below. Make sure you smash that subscribe button on the way out. It's only going to help you build your Dynasty teams going forward. And I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.